American bar, and the American bar we are fairly classic. Our approach to drink is very much simplicity is the closest expression of perfection. Right? We like to think in this way. This is our biggest challenge in being a classic bar, to still be able to catch the attention of our guests. And saying this, it is seriously a real challenge to get to this. Now, a touch of theater. This is our most important, is this what really makes us reach this level of attention now? We all very much think that every how can I say, every cocktail starts with a story. You know, it is a very important thing to us. And in this case, I want to talk about a very simple story that talk about this drink, which is named Indulgence Hideaway. So it's going to be a gin-based drink, and it talks about the story of when a few years ago, for the first time, I had the opportunity and the chance to spend Christmas at home. You know, Christmas with my family. You know, being a bartender is not always very easy to spend Christmas at home. However, last time, a couple of years ago, I did manage to do that. And there is a problem. There is a problem. All the time I go home. All the time I go back to Italy, especially for Christmas. All my family is around the table. And being this the only moment where all my family see me, is their only chance to ask me for a lot of questions. So it's just a little story. As I said, the American bar is all about story, it's all about theater. And all these questions really made me feel very, very uncomfortable around this table in LUCA. Why you never come back to Italy? You know, LUCA, you're really skinny. LUCA, you know, as when you introduce me to your girlfriend, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I could never really enjoy the favorite part of this, my favorite part of this dinner, which is the dessert. The dessert, which is thrown, the nougat, and that we usually pair with some candied fruits. So this time, want to talk about, want to represent, want to take inspiration from these, from this moment, want to represent this moment in the liquid form. And this is pretty much what I have been trying to do with this drink. Now, American bar. It means, back in those days, a venue where you could then find a mixed drink with ice. We are talking about 1889. It wasn't such an easy thing to find back in the days. So for this reason, I wanted to find a way to garnish this drink that represents the ice. A shiny, something that gives this really shiny effect, but at the same time, I wanted to represent this Christmas moment. We thought, well, we could have achieved these results with some isomer sugar. What isomer sugar is a sugar substitute that is very much used in pastry. That is very much used in pastry for sugar constructions and all this kind of. Like, I don't know if you have ever seen this sugar sort of architecture. It's very, especially in the pastries. They're very advanced in this. So, all I've done in this moment, I have chilled I have heat some isomalt sugar, only isomalt sugar, and I'm gonna spread just a little bit. Just like that. So it is very simple, and as well you need to consider that one thing that you could possibly do is prep, line up like 15, and all you have to do when someone asks for the required drink is just take the glass from your back area and just pour it inside. So it's a very, very, very quick, very, very effective way to garnish a drink with a very quick, in a very low cost, really, because probably this garnish costs less than P. So let's start to introduce as well in this drink some of the flavors of the drink. So which will be with some chocolate. Now in this case, one thing we like to use at the American bar are cocoa nibs, chocolate. So, and I'm gonna stick it to the glass with the help of some starfix that is a derivate from peach glaze. So ultimately, sticking is sticky stuff. Let's call this a sticky stuff. So I have some starfix right on my finger, and I have some chocolate, and all you have to do is touch it on the finger and do something like that.
Wow. So sticky.
It's very sticky. So this is this is a very quick garnish, and I very much think it's a very effective. I really love this garnish. As I say, for the American bar, the challenge number one is to create something that is a bit out of the box, be away from the very classic way of being elegant, like orange zest, lemon zest, cherry, but still be simple and elegant. Simple and elegant. This is what we're trying to achieve: being simple and be elegant. So we very much found that we achieved this with this drink. What do you think? Do you like it? What do you think? Quick is quick. Elegant, does look like me. Does anyone ever work with isomalt sugar before? Anyway, now.
Sorry, why do you decide to use?
Pardon me?
Why do you decide to use this product that is quite sticky? Can you put it together with the cigarette or pour it together into the glass? Or you just want it as because it's decoration, it's not going to be eaten or affected to the drink directly.
So usually, easy decoration, and you are not really going to eat this sugar. So we like to don't put it with the sugar, because the sugar is not as sticky when it's dry. Saying this, if you make them straight away, right after, like I did it, yes, you still can do it. But we like doing the flexibility to have with and without. So in case you want to change a bit the garnish, we still have a blank glass. So this is a garnish that has been very successful in our last menu at the American bar, more or less. Now, as I said, American bar, stories. So the story talked about this moment in the family, and we are talking about the dessert, which is the nougat. So we have some chocolate flavor, almonds, hazelnut, and the candied fruit that we eat. So we're going to start preparing our drink. And we're going to start to introduce the flavor that we're looking for. So just like the candied fruit, we are going to add the raspberries. So some raspberry distillate to start. A touch of creme de cassis. just a touch because we don't want it to be overly sweet. And the chocolate. So the chocolate that has been infused with macadamia nuts. So the nuts that are in our nougat would be in our drink. A gentle touch of gin in the form of 60 ml, which is a bit more than gentle. The touch of cloves that is in Mombasa will help to create like this nice, lovely, you can see atmosphere. And the gentle, just a touch, just a tiny touch of latte di mandorla that will add the almond flavor. Okay. It's just very present in our nougat. Gentle stir. And we're going to pour into a glass. As you see, I find it interesting how colors works well together depending on the color of the drink to the color of the garnish. We're going to raise the level of this drink a bit. This is the kind of thing you want to happen in the presentation, isn't it? There we go. And now, I decided that this drink needed an extra touch of story because ultimately we're talking about the story that all these questions, so many questions, were not really allowing me to enjoy the dessert. So I was thinking about the bubble. Bubbles are always different. Someone is big and someone else is small and someone lives longer than others. However, I always thought that would have been really, really nice to have a bubble where I can hide in it and fly away and possibly protect me from all these questions. So one day I was playing with some bubble solution. There is bubble solution that I specific is the one that you use, that kids used to play because it's very tasteless and doesn't have much smell. And I was trying to trap the aroma of it because it's very often we consider to trap flavors into a glass, but how do we trap an aroma? How do we trap something that is in the air and is there? And they thought that a good way we could do it would be through a bubble. In this case, I decided to use apple wood chips to get a nice and Christmassy atmosphere. And they're very nice because sometimes, it's always good to find a way to involve our guests or the people who come in the bar, and you can actually play with it as much as you want. So, and this is going to be my bubble, this is going to be my indulgence, hideaway. And you can make it as big as you want. Who wants to break it?
Wow. Wow.
There you go. And I really like these kind of things because ultimately, everyone can do it. Everyone can do it. You don't need to work in a super posh, very super mixo bar where everything is an infusion or everything is a. All you have to do is just have a smoking gun, a nice machine, and you can do a smoking gun, bubble solution, and you can just do this kind of stuff. And this is the indulgence hideaway.